The book you'll never see, Epstein's Black Book and Kim Kardashian and Balenciaga. This story fucking just gets under my skin. It pisses me off, and something needs to be done about it. And something, people need to wake up and realize what's going on right in front of their fucking face. This is horrendous. Our children are being sexualized. Children are being abused. And there's so much more to the story. People think that these are just conspiracy theories. The problem is you're so brainwashed to think that what you're seeing is normal, and they try to normalize everything. But I'm telling you right now, it's not fucking normal. And if we don't take a stand on this, and if we don't open our fucking mouths, it's going to continue happening. We need to protect our children. This is the American Youth Show. Welcome to the American News Show. I'm your host, Mr. Big.
I'm Kelly.
How's everybody doing today? So the internet is in an uproar. I actually posted a video on TikTok that people are so interested in. It got 2 million views. A lot of comments. People are disgusted by what they see with Balenciaga and the sexualization of our children and using our children in ads campaigns that depict them in a sexual way, as well as other hidden stuff that they hide in.
Symbolism.
Now, this is all a publicity stunt, as everybody will know. They knew people were going to be outraged about this, or did they? Did they think that with everything that's going on in the world right now, that it was going to be looked at as normal? And then when people reacted to it, they lost their mind. They're like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." I don't know. But to me, it seems like it was intentional.
Yes.
And everything that they did, and they tried to get away with it. But when people said something, they were like, "Oh fuck,
yeah,
we fucked up. It's not normal yet."
Yeah.
Because because the way the world's going, the way things are happening in the United States, they're trying to normalize the exploitation of children, the mutilation of children.
Yes.
And there's just so much to talk about here on this show. And then another thing is Russia came out with and a lot of people hate Russia, but Russia came out with a law where they're not going to put up with that kind of shit. You're going to be seriously punished if you try to pull the shit that they're pulling here in the United States when it comes to children and when it comes to sexual shit being exposed. The shit don't happen there, and everybody constantly demonizes Russia. But who's the real demons here?
Yeah.
Who should be demonized here? And I think it's Biden and the Biden administration.
Yeah. And
they're the ones that are making it a big deal. They're the ones that are pushing it for political gain. And there's so many people and people in high ranks of power that are involved in this and involved in stuff with the children. And we've been hearing for years. For years, this has been, even Alex Jones, people called him a nut.
Yep.
He's not as crazy as you fucking think. Kanye West, they call him a nut. He might be a little off, but he
doesn't know how to articulate himself.
Yeah, not too much at all. And I think he might have a thing where he's like, feels that his ranks he's higher than he is, and he's able to accomplish more things than he can. But he did speak out about it, because one thing he does care about is the sexualization of his children.
Yes.
And he's pissed off that his children are being paraded around in the same way. And it just gets worse and worse and worse as we get into these Hollywood elites and the shit that they do, and the political elites. People call these things conspiracy theories, and in all actuality, they're not.
True. Yeah, they're true.
So why are we never going to see this black book? Because I don't think it's ever going to be seen.
Because there's names in there that will make the entire system fall. To destroy the entire system, and it's outrageous.
So they've had this black book for years. As we know, Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. And anybody
That's what they say.
Yeah, and anybody thinks that he did, you're fucking blind, and you have no idea what's going on and how things work. You don't. First of all, if you're on a suicide watch cell, you're not going to be able to hang yourself. There's no way to do it. Suicide watch cells, as I've seen from past experiences, that they pretty much nothing is able to tie. Nothing is able to even be constructed to the way you don't get sheets. The blankets that you get are unable to be manipulated
and then
into
how convenient.
A type of hanging or anything like that. I've seen suicide cells when I back in the days when I was doing time, and how they work. They put you usually in a padded room. They take all your clothes. They put you in a gown. That gown that can't be manipulated in any way, tied or use to be able to kill yourself. And they also don't have any holes or bars or anything to be able to tie anything in. So how this happened, just think about it. We know he didn't kill himself. And the problem is this is all in front of everybody's face. Everybody could see that this is actually going on, but we're not hearing about it. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial went on, right? She knew, of course, a bunch of shit. They're not going to release any of that, but I'm sure that Jeffrey Epstein was an example. Like, look, bitch, don't fucking say nothing, or you know what's going to happen, you know? So they gave her an option. She's living her, you know, luscious life in prison, if that's even where she's at, because she was warned, don't fuck with us. You say something, because if this book ever comes out, a lot of people are going to fall, and a lot of people are going to realize what's really happening.
Yeah, well, supposedly, according to the judge, they're going to be releasing 8 names from the book, one of which is Pritzker, I believe that's what his name is. He's the Hyatt Hotel Mongol guy who came up with his family all came up with Hyatt hotels, and then there's a few other names in there. I have to look at them actually, because
where are you getting this information from?
So it's on. I use DuckDuckGo for all my info, so I'll go ahead and pull that up right now since I didn't give this to you before.
Yeah, but you also have to realize, you know, you have to look at the credibility of the site that you're reading this from.
That's what I'm going to show you.
But then again, the sites that you think aren't credible are probably the most credible ones when it comes to shit like this, because mainstream media is not going to speak on it ever, and they're not going to say anything. But so what? They're going to release 8 names out of the black book of a book, a book that probably has how many names in it?
A lot.
And how many strong political figures, how many actors, how many movie stars. We all know Alan Dershowitz is one of them that was on the plane, but nobody is getting charged, and they're just bearing it.
Yep.
How many of our children have been assaulted, maybe even missing? How many kids go missing every year?
Oh, my gosh.
The statistics on that. I mean, we should have did our research before we brought that up, but a lot, right?
A lot.
And most of the children that come up missing are lower income, no father figure around.
Even CPS.
And a lot of them are, you know, of ethnic like different ethnic backgrounds, like blacks, that come up missing, and you just don't hear about it.
Nope.
You just don't hear about it. I'm really curious, is people actually going to stand up and say, hey, we want to see that fucking black book? I mean, does the government not work for us? Are we not the taxpayers? Don't we deserve to see this? Don't we deserve to see what's happening to our children? You know, Alex Jones has been deplatformed from all outlets. All outlets and everything. Now, I know he says some shit that's way out there. Yeah, I know he says some shit that's way out there. That is wrong, because everybody makes mistakes in the shit that they say. They have a belief system, and they go with the belief system, and they ramble on, which he does, the way he talks. Well, God damn it, you know, how he talks, like the Sandy Hook situation and stuff like that. But a lot of the shit that he said is true. He's talked about the Bohemian Grove. He snuck into the Bohemian Grove. We know that Bill Clinton, George Bush, all these are members of the Bohemian Grove.
Yes.
But that story seemed to have been buried away. And
real fast.
He snuck in there, and there was mock sacrifices being done, and worshiping of some giant owl on the Bohemian Grove video. So you can go ahead and Google that, Alex Jones.
Well,
Bohemian
you can't
Grove.
Google it. I'm sure you won't.
No, it's there.
Oh, it's on Google?
Yeah, it's still on YouTube, the actual video.
Really?
Yeah, but what they try to say is, they say the Bohemian Grove video is real, but what Alex Jones says about it is false.
Oh my gosh.
But it's funny.
The video's right there.
Yeah.
These elites are practicing a ritual. They're performing a ritual, and they're being videotaped. What makes you think that it's not real?
It is real. So what's happening with our children, and why did Balenciaga think that they can go on with this campaign, and was it staged? Now what they're saying is they're suing the production company for $25 million.
And the set designer.
We're talking about Balenciaga, okay, who's a worth over $1 billion, easy.
Yeah.
Worn by all the elites. They do their mud show, which I think, you know, I was watching the show that they did with the mud and all that kind of stuff, and it was kind of cool to see something different like that for fashion. But when you start messing with children, okay, I'm not a big religious guy. I'm not into religion much at all. So if they're showing like, demigods and stuff like that, it's like, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm one of the ones that believes in separation of church and state. I mean, that's a big thing for me. But when you start bringing children into it, then we have a fucking problem, because what they're trying to do is destroy our children's innocence.
Yes.
There's no more innocence. They want to indoctrinate your children as soon as they start school.
Yep.
And so what Balenciaga did when they had, they filed a $25 million lawsuit, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So to me, what it looked like was a political stunt gone bad, or not a political stunt, but a marketing stunt.
Some sort of marketing that
gone
went
wrong,
bad.
That went wrong because they didn't think people were going to have the outrage, or maybe they did.
Or maybe that's what
all
what
publicity
it is.
is good publicity.
Exactly. So maybe that's what this is, because for them, first of all, their apology was weak.
Oh, dude, it was weak as fuck. And we'll
apology was weak.
Well,
now they're suing this company, right, that claims to be only working with forward-thinking brands.
Well, that's not just it though. They not just forward is that. So that's what forward thinking is. They're saying is exploitation of children.
Yes,
that's forward thinking.
That's what they're trying to say. Like, oh, forward thinking. You're looking for the future. Like, what the fuck?
You have organizations that the left is bringing out that are saying, they have an organization called MAPS, Minor Attracted Persons, saying that they should no longer be called pedophiles.
Fucking ridiculous, first of all.
Crazy,
this
right?
This is not normal, okay? That's not normal. I don't understand how people don't see this as like this. They're blurring the lines between what's acceptable to do and what's not. Like, there's fucking no line. Where do you draw the line in the sand? Like, protect our fucking children, protect our youth, because they are the next generation. If we continue to allow this to happen,
are you going to come out and call, say, a pedophile is just a minor attracted person? And now that they want to make them a protected class of people who, you go to the store, you take your kids out, and you got these fucking scumbags and these pedophiles just looking at your children. And we all know, for a simple fact, that if you commit a crime against a child, and it's not a murder, right? It's just a crime like a sexual crime against a minor or anything like that, you're going to get less time in the court system than you will for robbing somebody or burglary or anything
ridiculous.
Like that. They let these motherfuckers out on a daily basis.
Jeffrey Epstein, was convicted back in 2006 for crimes against children, and he was released and still had access to go to Harvard, still had all of his stuff. He was released to where he was able to go to work during the day and have contact with whomever he wanted to, and then go to jail and spend the night at jail, like as if it was some sort of fucking hotel.
Yeah, that's what they do. But what I was saying originally about this Balenciaga thing is now they're suing this company for $25 million, right? Well, we don't know what's going on behind the lines. So what it seems like to me is Balenciaga came out and they're like, look, we need to clean this shit up. Mm-hmm. And what we need to do is we're going to give you $30 million. We're going to sue you guys for $25 million. You're going to lose, and take the heat for it, and we'll pay you out. There's something sinister there going on, and you better believe that Balenciaga, when they release those ad campaigns, they don't just come out and say, hey, the production company released them without the approval of the board or the CEO of Balenciaga. They had to look over everything, look over the documents, pay attention. No company with the status that Balenciaga has is going to let that shit be released to the public unless it's approved by the people that are sitting up here on top of the board.
And it has to go through multiple approvals. Like, this stuff has to go through multiple approvals to be like, yeah, this is how I want it. That's how I want it. So whoever said, yes, this is how I want it to be, and that's okay, we're going to put this on our site today. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You see the CEO of Balenciaga has pictures with a lot of top political figures as well. That's a big thing. He has one picture that's floating around that Tucker Carlson showed with him, Mayor Eric Adams. So this guy's been around. This is all an inner circle of stuff. Now, Kim Kardashian, who wears Balenciaga
Fuck her.
This fucking bitch. So
Fuck.
everybody's like Kim this, Kim that, right? Pretty much our youth worships, the young girls worship this family. And she waited a whole week before she said anything, and because she was pressured to do so. So basically what happened was Balenciaga came in there like, look, Kim, you need to clean this fucking shit up for us. You need to make this right, you know? And then she comes out and says with the weakest apology ever, where Balenciaga, first of all, took no accountability for what happened, not one little bit of it. And then Kim Kardashian comes out and she says, I think their apologies is sincere. Bull fucking shit. Now, as soon as Kim Kardashian saw the Balenciaga ad, because you know she saw it as soon as it came out, she should have been like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And instantly cut him loose. She has the money, she has the power, and if she really cared about the exploitation of children, she would have said something right there.
Yep.
You don't have the voice and the power that you have to and be able to sit back and wait for Balenciaga's explanation. What about the explanation to the people who buy your fucking product?
Yep.
What about the explanation to the people who are appalled by what they see and the exploitation of the children? I mean, a child is sitting there holding a fucking bear dressed in BDSM, and she didn't say a fucking word because it's normal to her. And then after all this, she says she accepts her apology. She's going to continue doing work with Balenciaga.
Mm-hmm. Fuck her. I don't understand. But they're all puppets. She's bought. Everything about her is fake. The way she got to be famous and well known is off of a sex tape. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about what made her famous.
What I'm saying, though, is it shows her lack of credibility already.
Well, no, I'm not going to sit there and down anybody because of a thing. But what from the stuff that I read, that her mom planned that all out in order to get it done. So whatever. But that's not the point we're talking about here. We're not talking about what she did to get famous. We're talking about now that she is famous and how powerful and how she uses her platform and how powerful her fucking voice is.
Yes. Okay? But instead of actually taking a stand for it,
she didn't take a stand.
She had to go speak to Balenciaga first.
She should have been the first one that was like, dude, fuck this.
Yep.
Fuck this. I'm done with you motherfuckers. And she didn't. She didn't say nothing of the sort. The story, okay. So the story broke first of her opening her mouth with TMZ. It wasn't through a tweet. It wasn't through an Instagram post. It wasn't through any of that. So she called TMZ. Mm-hmm. Okay. More publicity for her. She called TMZ and is like, hey, because TMZ is the same. They're the same thing. They get paid for that kind of shit. So she called TMZ and is like, look, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
Let's run it. TMZ's like, okay. You know, we want to be the first ones to break that. So she called TMZ, so treated it like a press release instead of an outraged parent, an outraged person. She treated it like a press release and like a business talk. She did not treat it like she should have treated it and been, because she's not outraged. She doesn't care. She thinks it's okay. Everybody thinks it's okay that's in that. And they are glorifying not only the mutilation of children now, okay, the gender dysphoria that's going on with children right now.
Yep.
They're glorifying pedophilia. They're glorifying all that. When you show they're glorifying sexualizing our children.
Yes.
They're sexualizing them with hidden subliminal messages. It's all hidden. It's all subliminal. You've seen the thing with the how they have the setup with the desk and the papers, right? Those are all hidden little things. The stuff on the walls, the dragons on the walls, the way the children are dressed, the way that
the papers. Like, how do you even come across these court documents?
Well, you can get them online, but obviously it was well thought up.
Exactly.
It wasn't like just randomly there. It was well thought up and strategically placed for people to notice that.
Exactly.
So it's a big, huge publicity stunt.
Yep.
And I've seen publicity stunts like this before. They happen all the time. But this one seemed to backfire, or did it?
Or is this what they wanted?
Or did it? Because a lot of people on Twitter are defending Kim.
What?
They're defending her.
Really?
Yeah, they're liking her apology, saying, yeah, it's no big deal. And it's the left that's doing it. The ones who are already normalizing sexualization of children in schools and stuff like that. I mean, a child is not old enough to make its own their own decisions.
No, they don't even know what the fuck they want to eat.
They don't even know what they are. They don't know what
You know what I mean?
They don't know what color is. They don't know what they want to eat. They don't know anything about sex or sexualization.
And it's not even the school's place or any other place for somebody else to speak to our children about sex or sexual orientation or anything of the
It's
sort.
nobody's place. It's the parents' place.
Exactly. It is the parents' place. It is the family's place. And that's where it belongs. It doesn't belong to be, oh, let's have a drag show and invite kids too. This is a family fun event to come to listen. You know, this is fucking outrageous. The lines are being blurred and it needs to stop. Like, we need to draw that line in the sand and say, hey, stop subjecting our children to this type of stuff, to this behavior. It's not fucking normal. It's not okay.
It's not going to be stopped until this administration is out of office. And I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't take sides. I think the whole political system is fucked up as it is, right? But as long as this administration is in charge, like we just did a podcast about the mass shooting at the nightclub in Denver, the gay nightclub that was getting all this media attention because it'll forward a political narrative, right? But the Kim Kardashian thing, Fox News and Tucker Carlson covered it. Covered the story about Balenciaga and the sexualization of children, but no other news outlet covered it. None of them said a fucking thing until Kim Kardashian made her apology, and then they spoke on it. They're like, she apologized. This is true. That goes to show you how blurred the lines are. They're blurred.
So sad.
This is indoctrination at its finest, and that's what these global elites are doing. Did you know that Ghislaine Maxwell's sister is a member of the World Economic Forum with Carl Schwab? Check it out. Here she is right here. She's a member of the World Economic Forum. The guy, the dude, I think his name's Charles Schwab or Carl Schwab or whatever. The guy who wrote the Great Reset. Yeah. That's Ghislaine, who stood by Ghislaine the whole time. That is the sister of Ghislaine.
Wow.
She's still out. And look at the ties she has. If you look at who is in a part of the World Economic Forum, so many U.S. politicians are part of it.
Of course.
So many Hollywood A-listers are part of it. Okay.
The rabbit hole goes deep, and it's not necessarily a rabbit hole when you have all the information provided to you. Yeah. You know, you do the research, you can find the stuff out and connect all the dots. And that's why they try to call conspiracy theorists crazy, because they're the ones doing the research and you follow the fucking money, you know, and it's absolutely, oh my God.
You bring it into like this. So you get a bunch of money. Let's talk about, we were talking about opportunists. Remember Jared from Subway?
Yep.
He was a fat college kid who sat in front of the computer all day long and did this and that, right? Then he got a bunch of money in his pocket and thought he was untouchable and started fucking with kids. Mm-hmm. Now he was just a nobody in this grand scheme of things. He was a fucking Subway guy who got a bunch of fucking money, right? So they were like, okay, let's use this guy as an example because we know he did this shit. Let's use this guy as an example. That way we look like that we're doing something to stop and end pedophilia. Let's break this guy off. He's a nobody. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You know what I mean? That is the kind of shit that they do. So they get so little guppies out there that they'll attack and they'll arrest and they'll make a big public scene about it, while the higher ups, the big ones that are involved in the deep shit and the deep the deep pedophilia rings, and they stay untouchable, and it basically kind of buries them in the crowd. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, while I'm making this podcast, me or my wife, we're in excellent health, right?
Yep.
Just like Carrie Lake said, our brakes work and everything like that. But we're not scared to talk. We're not scared to talk because we care about our children. We care about our children's future, and we care about
your children
and your children's future.
You know,
all children's future. And this needs to stop now. And this administration that we have in is just making it worse and worse and worse. Not only okaying the sexualization of children, but more than that, creating a serious divide.
Yes.
So when we say stuff like this, people are going to watch this video and be like, "Oh, those guys are right-wing conspiracy theorists. They're this," because that's the narrative that was brainwashed into the left.
Yeah.
But we're not right-wing conspiracy theorists. We're not any wing. We're looking out for the future of our children.
Yes.
And the safety of our children.
Yes.
So I have to say, it's scary. It's scary. But I think that the Balenciaga thing opened a lot of eyes.
Yeah, because a lot of people weren't even aware of like certain symbolisms. You know what I mean? And the way that marketing works, you strategically place things for people to see. So I don't understand what the reasoning behind this campaign
Symbolism is
was.
everywhere, though. So you got to understand that symbolism is everywhere, and symbolism has been around since the beginning of time. Okay, hidden symbolism. You could see a lot of people using it in lyrics, songs, stuff like that. This is all real symbolism.
Yes.
Again, like I said, I'm not a religious type of person, but John F. Kennedy warned us about secret societies. Mm-hmm. He warned us there's no place in this country for secret societies. He warned us that this was going on. And what happened?
He was murdered.
Because that's another thing you'll never see. You'll never see Epstein's Black Book, nor will you see those files on John F. Kennedy's assassination. You're not going to see either one of them ever. Okay? I can guarantee that. And people just bury it in the back of their mind.
No, well, because the next news headline will come up and it'll get buried, and then people will forget about it and think that, oh, this isn't real, and then just go on about their day because they don't think that it actually affects them. When in all actuality, you are being desensitized, because when it does happen, you're going to be like, oh, it's been here this whole time.
Yeah, well, okay, so everybody brushes shit off as minor.
Yes.
Like they brush it off as whatever. It's not me. I don't care. Nobody pays attention to, because nothing, I'm going to tell everybody right now, nothing is hidden. It's all right there in front of your face. All you got to do is seek it out.
Yes.
All you have to do is open your eyes and pay attention to your surroundings. And I'm always going to say that. Pay attention to your surroundings. Look at things in a certain way, and then do your own research and be like, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yep.
Why is that there?
Oh, question everything. Question everything. Question everyone. Why? Like the Balenciaga campaign. Why? What was the purpose of that?
It was either a big PR stunt, because PR stunts, they use them all the time, because I said all publicity is good publicity. But this publicity they might have overstepped it and didn't know that they were going to get the backlash that they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the backlash on this is pretty crazy. I mean, I have, on my TikTok channel, I have all mothers.
Yep.
All mothers that are very, very concerned about this shit and what's going on. And a lot of this symbolism is in music.
Yes.
And the way that people carry themselves, they want to dress, they want to act, they want to do everything. Society today is very easily influenced.
Yes. Yes.
It's not hard to influence somebody.
No, and everybody wants to be an influencer because they don't even understand what they're doing. They just want to get paid.
Well, they don't have leaders like they used to when we were growing up. It's all a bunch of followers. Everybody follows the next trend. Mm-hmm. So if something's trendy or a word's trendy or this is trendy, they're just going to follow it.
Yep.
That's it.
Something's in the water.
There's not enough something somewhere, because there's a lack of testosterone in men. Okay, men aren't stepping up to the plate anymore. Men are not being men. I mean, there's maybe 20% of men in this country that are actually really masculine men.
And lowering the testosterone amount means that no one, I mean, not saying that women won't fight back, but a lot of the times, the men are the ones that go to war, and men are the ones that protect.
Men are the ones that go to war. Men are the ones who run the pipelines. Men are the ones who run the gas refineries. Men are the ones who build the infrastructure of this country.
So when you lower that testosterone and you're, all of the men don't want to do manly shit anymore. Not saying that there's not men out there, because there are men out there.
Yeah, but you go try to indoctrinate a real man's daughter and see what the fuck happens.
You see what the fuck happens.
They're not going to fucking stand for it. You know what I mean? The problem is a lot of parents are very silent. They're scared to talk. Yep. They're scared because they're scared of what other people think about them. They're scared that people are going to call them conspiracy theorists. They're scared that they're taking too harsh of a stance on this and that it's not that serious. When it is very, very fucking serious.
Yep.
And I think this is all by design. So the destroying the masculinity of men is all by design. Look at this. If something happens, say there's a tyrannical situation or the government or anything like that, right? Say there's people that need to step up and fight against something that's wrong, right? Per the Constitution. Say there's people that need to step up and fight. Well, you know, if they take all the masculinity out of men, and then in 20 years there's no men that are actually men that can actually fight, then any governments or organizations will completely run over society and take complete control. So it's all by design to destroy men. That's what this is. This is a design. This is by design. It is meant to destroy men. It's meant to feminize men.
It's meant to break the family apart. Really, you know, not have and normalize broken homes.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they do normalize broken homes. That's the problem. Is they normalize broken homes. They normalize single motherhood. Women coming out on a basis saying, "Hey, check this out. I could do this on my own. I don't need you." But the fact of the matter is, children need a father.
Yes.
And they step up and they're like, "Well, I don't need no man. I don't need no man." Well, let me tell you something, ladies. You do need a fucking man, and your children need a man. Okay, and it's all.
But not just some random man.
It all progresses. No, you need a real man.
Yeah, you need a real man. Just be careful.
Yeah, and you need to submit to your man. Okay, as long as your man is handling his business and working and taking care of the family and his responsibilities, a man's job is to protect his family and protect his wife and protect everything. And there's not going to be much of that left anymore, because as they start feminizing everybody and as they start indoctrinating people, the parents that are having babies now, they're going to have this belief system that it's okay to be this way and it's okay to be that way. It's okay to give participation trophies. You don't have to win as long as you participate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I call it the age of participation trophies.
Yeah.
And then when those children grow up, it's just going to be passed on from generation to generation until men are completely obsolete, and it's just a weak society that we live in, and that's where we're going right now.
It's time for people to take a stand though against this bullshit, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Allowing the government or the media, mainstream media, to tell you how to raise your kids and that you need to be accepting of other people. And yeah, sure, it's okay. But not the truth is not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay.
That's cool. I don't care.
What I mean? Like, who fucking cares? You'll find your tribe of people who like you for who you are.
Or you
but
won't.
You need to stand in your ground and be accepting of yourself. Yeah, that's what the fucking problem is.
You need to stand your ground. You need to own your shit.
Because this is bullshit.
I don't give a fuck if anyone likes me or not. I don't care if anyone likes what I say. I don't care if anyone likes my beliefs. My beliefs are what are my beliefs, and I'm going to raise my family upon my beliefs and the beliefs that I believe that I think are the best way to raise solid kids that are able to survive on their own, and solid boys that are able to grow up and be men, and know that they have responsibilities, know that they need to take care of their family, know how to survive, you know what I mean, in any instance that they need.
And girls are going to learn, they're learning how to protect themselves and be aware of their surroundings.
They need to be. But strong men teach the girls that.
Yes.
So a single mother, in which we have a lot of single mothers, they're not able to teach the girls that because they're always busy. They don't have that kind of schooling. They need a man. A man needs to be present in a child's life. And I tell you what, the real men are around aren't going to let you fucking sexualize their fucking children. And then if you do speak up, parents, and as we all know, mothers, fathers, parents that speak up, they're labeled as domestic terrorists.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Domestic terrorists.
What they're trying to do is take your kids from you. It's that simple. CPS, fucking let them in your house and find out what happens, and this is all by design, just like you said. It's all by design, and it's all furthering to make our youth, our younger generations and generations to come, more easily manipulated, even more so than people are now.
Well, you better believe that there's somebody up there that's writing this design.
Yes,
there's people that are higher up there that they're writing this, and even Putin, the Russian president, said, there's people way above the president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he's just a puppet. That's the thing. It's just a puppet.
We need to realize that, and we need to come together as as the people and as society, and see what's right in front of our face, and make sure your voice stays loud, and make sure your voice stays powerful, and make sure that the establishment does not win.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I believe in survival of the fittest, and I believe the weak will dwindle away. They'll just dwindle away.
But what's going to happen is that we're going to have a society of weak people because they're not standing up.
Well, most of the real men, I'm going to tell you guys right now, are in Texas. So Texas still has laws in place where you can mutual combat. If you got a problem with another man, you could be like, hey, dude, let's go out fucking side. And the other guy could be like, fuck yeah, let's go duke it out. And you call mutual combat. I think you have to have a cop present when you do it, but you go outside, you get down, and then you shake hands when you're done. That's how men handle shit. Mm-hmm. Men handle shit by duking it out. Like, you got a problem with me? Let's deal with it, and we'll shake hands when we're done. Okay? But we both know that we're men, and we both know that we're not cowards and we're not bitches. I believe something. You believe something. Let's get down.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I don't like what the fuck you're saying. And you call mutual combat, and you go out there and handle your business.
Yep,
and
so
then,
you can't bitch about it
then
later.
Then pick the man up and shake his fucking hand.
Yeah.
I have more respect for somebody that I have a disagreement with, and then I can get down with, and then shake his hand at the end, because I know that's a fucking man, and that's a righteous man, and that man is going to stand up for his beliefs.
Yes.
Regardless. He's not going to go call the fucking cops. He's not going to go whine this way. He's not going to run away. He's going to hold his fucking own ground, and that's the kind of motherfuckers that I want around me. This is the American Youth Show. Stop letting them sexualize your children. Take a stand. We all need to take a stand. This is getting ridiculous. And what do you got? Anything you want to say before we go?
Fuck, dude, you fucking hit the nail on the head.
That's
what
this
motherfucker. But it is important to continue to speak up about this.
You can't be silent anymore.
And don't let it just float under the rug and forget about it and read the next headline, because this is the stuff that matters. And they're probably just testing the waters to see how people would react and to see how long it lasts.
Well, they have the waters sewn up right now. They have, like, the thing with Twitter. So liberals want to always be right. They always want to be right. So what they need, it's like the age of the participation trophy. When a liberal, the majority, everybody else is getting kicked off Twitter except for the liberals with the radical beliefs. So they're the ones that are all over Twitter, right? So when they say something, there's 1,000 posts under this person that are agreeing with them. But now that Elon took it over and let everybody back in, now when they say something, not 1,000 people are agreeing. People are speaking their mind and their opinion on what they believe. Yeah. And the fucking left can't handle it. They can't handle it. They want those participation trophies. They want to be recognized as that be fed that self-esteem. They can't handle criticism, constructive criticism. They can't handle being called out on their shit, like Trent Reznor and everybody who fucking decided to get off Twitter. Whoopi Goldberg, the radical. They can't handle that shit, and that's the problem. That's the problem with the left. Participation trophies, anybody? Everybody, thanks for listening.